Hello everyone, it's Melinda here with CatSmashPuzzles, and today I'm doing a 500-piece puzzle called Bright Heart, and this is a Buffalo Games puzzle. I believe I got this from the puzzle swap, but I did pick it up because I think it is one of these puzzles that I need to practice because it is random colors. One of the things that I noticed I was not so fast at text, and one of the other things I've noticed is that I'm not so fast at random colors. What makes me so quick at jigsaw puzzles is usually there's a pattern, and my brain really processes patterns very quickly. But when there's kind of not a pattern, or it's just not very consistent, I kind of get tripped up. So like random colors, for example, kind of delay me putting the puzzle together. Text is also kind of random in ways. It doesn't exactly have a distinct pattern per se. It has a shape to it, so I've kind of had to learn a different technique in order to get faster at text. So I'm trying to do the same thing with random colors, because I think that was one of the reasons why I was so slow at the finals worlds puzzle community, where they had all the people holding all the puzzle pieces, and they had different color shirts and pants, and just the random colors everywhere, I think contributed to my slower time. So I really do think that, it does depend on the puzzle, but I think that I, again, have to work on my weaknesses in order to improve, because, I don't know what puzzle I'll end up in state or nationals, and I want to make sure I'm kind of ready for any type of puzzle, especially the ones I'm not as strong at. So, as you can see, it is a heart, and it is kind of relevant to Valentine's Day as it's coming up soon, and I'll be doing another Valentine's puzzle after this one as well. I did unfortunately forget to kind of schedule out my holiday puzzles in Christmas and Thanksgiving a little bit. I kind of just did puzzles in general and didn't quite coordinate the holidays with it. So I want to kind of fix that this year. I want to be a little more holiday centric when it comes to scheduling these videos for y'all. So first up is Valentine's Day. And my first thoughts on this puzzle is it is a pattern, so the lines, the heart itself will be a little bit easier for me to distinguish, but the random colors, I definitely will have to utilize the box a little bit. So my time goals for today, I will try to stick with my 2 goals, 1 hour for my general goal, and 52 minutes for my pieces per minute goal. I don't want to deviate too far from that. My prediction with this puzzle, this could go one or 2 ways. I could be either relatively quickly at it because of the shape of the heart, and it just comes together rather quickly, or I could be struggling quite a bit with the random colors and it'll take me a lot longer. If the shape of the heart is a lot easier, I think I'll be anywhere between 53 to 57 minutes. If it's not, I think I'll be at the hour 20 mark, I think. So I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping we'll stay under the hour, definitely, but we will see how this goes. So that's what our challenge will be today, is working on my random colors and hopefully improve before state and nationals. So, that being said, let's smash it. I tend to pick the most difficult Buffalo Games puzzles I can find. This was Bright Heart by Buffalo Games, 500 pieces, and I did this in 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 32 seconds, which was unfortunately well above the goals that I was trying to accomplish with this type of puzzle. My goals were to be under 1 hour for my general and under 52 minutes for my pieces per minute. I did predict if this was a harder type puzzle based on the image I looked at, I'd be in the hour 20 range, which was even 10 minutes slower than that. So it was kind of a difficult puzzle. I actually really knew about 2 to 3 minutes in this was not going to be fast. It was not going to go smoothly. The colors were all different. They were all over the place. A lot of them were duplicated in areas. The texture of the puzzle was rather difficult. And I even had a struggle with the border itself, which is not usually an issue for me. I don't usually do the border per se. But if I ever do the border, I tend to do it pretty quickly, unless it's like one of those difficult borders. But I do think that this puzzle definitely challenged me. The whole point of it was to improve my random color speed, and I do think that I might have to just change tactics with these types of puzzles, and it would be probably a benefit for me, because what I tend to do is I do the pick and place method. That is my go-to because I'm very quick at it. But I don't think it works for random color pieces, because when you pick and place, you kind of know where the piece goes in the puzzle. And if it's random colors everywhere, you have a general idea, but maybe not, especially with duplicate patterns like this. And so I do think that that's probably not the best method for these types of puzzles. I may actually have to sort by color. I may have to sort the border itself out. I just might have to go at it a very different way than what I normally do. And that's probably the reason why my times on these are much slower than they are normally. Now, one thing that did throw me off too was that, good pickup test, as you can see, it's a long way, which kind of took me off guard. So I was kind of expecting it to be square based off the box, but I mean, I've done some Buffalo Games puzzles in the past, and it tends to be this tall, but I guess I was thinking it would be more of a sideways heart, and the heart would be kind of like this, but when I pulled the poster out, it was definitely a long way, and that's what I think started to confuse me. What I had hoped to work on was to work on the way the heart is shaped, and that is usually a good way for me to speed puzzle, is I can kind of see the lines, but because the random colors were so distinct and pretty much everywhere, it was throwing off my pattern recognition, and so it slowed me down immensely. The border even threw me off in areas where I thought I would probably be able to get it done pretty quickly. The organization wasn't very good either. I did sort some of the purple pieces, but I think ultimately I kind of just got a lot of the puzzle at least somewhat in, and then I just did my pick and place like I normally did. So maybe in the future when I do a random color puzzle like this, I'll do a different tactic, and that might actually speed me up a little. So this was my first Valentine Day puzzle, and I plan to do one more on the next video. I do look forward to doing puzzles that are more relevant to what everybody's doing. I know I missed out on Christmas, New Year's kind of. At least I did it with the shorts, but unfortunately I did not do any Christmas puzzles with y'all. So I will change that for this year. I want to just kind of keep that going. Just want to let you know I'm about a week and a half away from the January mini tournament. That'll be my next in-person competition. And the week right after that will be the Texas State Championship. And I'll talk to you a little bit more as we get closer to that. I do think that I will be posting videos on those, obviously, but just wanted to let you know that there's a lot of in-person competitions kind of coming up on me. But even though I'm doing a lot of in-person competitions, I am going to try to do certain puzzles that challenge me and are different than the competition puzzles that are normally shown. Well, as for this puzzle, we did not smash it today. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.